We start with Wednesday, August 16th, and DSP makes $54 in tips, with 30 of it coming from 1 Minute Scam and Dan the Cuck, which means everyone else contributed $24 in 5 hours of streaming, or as we like to call it, every single day of DSP's life. Now during the stream, people were complaining about Derek spamming the chat, and so Mein Führer had to step up for his only child.
Okay. All right, guys, if you are going to sit here and complain, I'm just going to ban all of you. The people who are sitting here, you're way more derailing, sitting here bitching, than the person you're complaining about derailing. In fact, I'm just going to get rid of this guy here, and I'm going to get rid of this guy here. So fuck off. Mishael, seriously, what are you bitching about? This is why I have rules. Listen, if someone breaks the rules, they need to be talked to, they will. I've talked to Derek about it before, that sometimes I feel like sometimes Derek spams a bit, right? Right now, he hasn't been overly spamming the chat. It's just people don't like him for some reason, and then they try to fucking harass him. So, stop. Hey. Stop harassing him. All right? Oh, yeah? Seriously. You're fucking being stupid. Yeah, for some reason. Because people follow detractors. That's why. So how about this? If you want to follow detractor drama, get the fuck out of my stream and don't come back. Because I don't care about any of that.
Just slow down.
I'm not going to sit here and hate on a stream chatter because you idiots follow detractor shit on the internet because you're a bunch of little immature bitch fucking drama queens. Leave your drama out of my fucking stream. If you bring it up again, you're out permanently. Don't care who the fuck you are. You're not allowed to derail my stream with your drama. Idiots. Shut the fuck up.
Dog. Not in the ride. Damn, that's nasty.
Well, he barked in the car now because I wrecked the car because I was distracted by idiots.
I told you to slow down.
That's what happens.
Those 2 glasses of wine messed you up good, huh?
Haven't you ever heard of food poisoning? What's the rush there, man?
Toxicity. See, here we go again. Here come the trolls.
No, you didn't, you motherfucking
Fuck you.
piece of shit cocksucker.
Kiss my fucking ass.
Mark my fucking
Same
words.
people.
Where were we?
Now I failed the mission. Gee, I wonder why.
They said, Phil, you know, we contributed to you, but it always seems like
I
it's a
wonder
black
why
hole.
I failed the
It always
mission.
seems like no matter how much we contribute,
Maybe because I couldn't
we'll always
concentrate on it, and I didn't even know that I was supposed to be driving nicely for that guy. I agree with you. I wonder if that mission will come back later. It might. Hopefully it does, because that sucks that I tried to do it and I failed it because of fucking idiots. Yeah, VIP treatment. All you hear me do is rant about a bunch of immature morons.
grow up.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him saying not to speak. I couldn't hear anything because I had to talk to fucking idiots who were being dumb in the chat, and I had to ban trolls. So I didn't hear anything he said.
Like a child. Couldn't hear anything in the video game because I was too busy yelling at my computer. How pathetic does that make you sound? He failed the mission because he was arguing with trolls. Kind of like you failed your wedding night because you were up at 2 a.m. arguing with people on Twitter about how you lied and scammed a wedding, by the way. It's the same story as always. And then we get, quote, "Don't care who the fuck you are, you're not allowed to derail my stream with your drama." Remember that for about roughly 2 minutes later in this video. Just remember that line. We go to the Wednesday night stream, and it didn't go much better, as Phil made $31 in tips, with 20 coming from our good friend, Dick Trekker, and $11 coming from everyone else. This means he made $85 total in tips on the day. This brings us to Thursday, August 17th, and this was the day that DSP's mod Discord was revealed by Agent Proper. Now, Phil made $76 in tips, with 60 coming from Dick Trekker, 1 Minute Man, and Dan the Cuck, which means everyone else contributed 16 bucks. This brings us to the Thursday night stream, and here we go. Phil makes $121 in tips, with 100 of it coming from you-know-who, which means 3 other people tipped $21. Now, this was the night that OIC decided to, quote-unquote, come out on Phil's stream. What that has to do with Phil, the video game he's playing, or any relevant topic to the stream, I have no idea. But remember what he said just a couple of minutes ago. I don't care who the fuck you are, you're not allowed to derail my stream with your drama. And yes, the fuck they are, Phil. As long as they give you enough money, they can do whatever they want, including control your entire chat for the night. And he just sits there and takes it like the little bitch he is. Pretends he doesn't see it, but when other people call it out, oh, we gotta get rid of those fucking trolls. One unhinged person controls Phil's entire life at this point, and he's so tied down to him, he can never get rid of him. I love it. That's exactly what you deserve, bitch. He was off on Friday, so we go to Saturday, August 19th, and this was the Dick Trekker goodbye stream. And as I've heard someone say before, good riddance to bad rubbish. But Phil makes $192, with $170 coming from 1 Minute Scam and the dearly departed Dick Trekker, which means everyone else contributed $22. And the hits just keep on coming, as Phil makes $20 on the night stream from 2 fucking people, which means he made $212 on the day total, with the majority of it coming from Dumb and Dumber. Again, good riddance to bad rubbish. This brings us to Sunday, August 20th, and Phil makes $67, with 41 of it coming from 2 people. And I'm sure many of you remember, he was just pestering people constantly to tip because one of his whales escaped the aquarium. But the pestering doesn't work, because for the second night in a row, he makes $20 on the night stream. Meanwhile, look at all those different tippers there, and he still somehow only winds up with 20 bucks. So we go to Monday, August 21st, and this was an episode of DSP Reacts. And how many times do you think Phil reminded people that Game Trekker used to tip for every episode? But it didn't seem to matter, as he makes $39, with more than half of it coming from one brain-damaged person. This brings us to the Monday night stream, and things are about to pick up. Phil's crying about support being slow, but he wants you to remember a special message.
We're riding all these vests. If only we could have a vest tonight in real life. Alas, it is not to be. I'm still happy here to chill with all of you. It's not about the money. It's about the clash. Trust me, if I was looking out for money, I wouldn't be playing Chrono Trigger right now. I'd be doing something else, right?
Like what? An episode of DSP Reacts where you make $39? Or how about the last 2 night streams where you made $20 each time? He's delusional. He really thinks he has this huge fan base and they'd support him no matter what he plays, when in reality, he has to rely on a game like Starfield for those day 1 views and hope that Slayer shows up to tip under fake names. It's pathetic. And speaking of pathetic, he makes $14 that night playing Chrono Trigger. I love it. But let's check in on the daily wrap from that night and see what Phil has to say.
It was a good podcast. And then today was DSP versus the Internet, my React show over on DSP Reacts. I will say we had some good variety today, although admittedly I was a little annoyed that some people keep submitting the exact same kind of clips every week. I don't want to watch the same kind of clips every week. I don't want to see another one from King Cobra the Lolcow. I don't want to see more of this scammer video stuff, because we've seen a lot of it now. And after having seen a few of them, you get tired of it, you know. I will say this. Today, good amount of new members gained on DSP Gaming, which is excellent. But overall, a very slow support day. And the thing is, there's a combination of factors. Number one, as you know, when we do React shows, typically, the React shows don't do as well as my other streams. It's true. However, it really is the members that keep the React stuff making sense and profitable for me. And we got a good amount of members over on DSP Reacts. So overall, it's working out. It still works. Even though the streams end up being kind of slow, the memberships help a lot. So thanks to anyone who's a member over there or considering becoming a member. I really appreciate that. All right. But the other factor is, someone who used to support all of those React streams, Game Trekker, is not around anymore. He said his goodbyes on Saturday. So because of that, that's something that we've had ever since I started the React channel. Every week when we do my React show, there's a tip that comes in, and it didn't come in today. So because of that, yeah, things were slower in that regard. People were like, oh my God, the React stream's not doing good. I'm like, it's really not the case. It's just, things change over time, right? Now, tonight's Chrono Trigger stream, a lot of memberships came in, and I'm appreciative of that, all right? I'm not here to sit here and complain and say, oh my God, horrible performance today, at all, We've had good performance, and good support over the last several weeks, so I'm not going to complain whatsoever. What I will say is, I hope that tomorrow, because we're getting back into the swing of regular gameplay stuff, that things will get back to normal and normalize.
Normalize like relying on the same 7 stupid people over and over to carry your entire life financially? That sounds pretty normal to me, Phil. And I'm glad you're not going to talk about support being slow, despite mentioning Game Trekker leaving for the 100th time. Hint, hint. But if you go back to the beginning of the clip, he says he doesn't want to see the same videos every week. He's telling people, like Slayer, to essentially stop sending in King Cobra the Lolcow and scammer videos. He mentioned those 2 things specifically, and I got a little kick out of it. The lying Lolcow scammer doesn't want people to send in videos of other Lolcows and scammers. I mean, isn't it Shawn Michaels? This brings us to Tuesday, August 27th, and the stupid pay pigs didn't get the hint, as Phil makes $43 in tips, with 20 coming from 1 Minute Jeff, which means everyone else tipped $23. And look at those fucking names. One other person even bothered putting a name down, and everyone else tipped as anonymous. These people are ashamed/scared to admit they give them money. It's incredible. We move over to Tuesday night, and it's the same story as always. He's playing Street Fighter, support is slow, and he's reminding people that Game Trekker normally tips during these streams. But Phil's having a rough time as he keeps getting his ass handed to him, and so he has to let off a little steam.
Can't block. I couldn't block. I wouldn't block. He gets free combo. Didn't earn the hit once again. Level 3 combo off of every button. I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing there trying to block, and every button input he presses hits me. Yeah, this is trash. Right now, I'm really upset. Like, I feel like I wasted my time coming early tonight. Because I just played for, what, 25 minutes? Every match was a waste of my time. Every match. Every match was insanely lucky, high-level mashing bullshit, or my moves don't come out. One or the other. Why didn't he block anything in the corner there? I was holding back. So you fucking tell me what's going on right now with this fucking joystick that I spent $300 fucking on, that it's not even blocking basic stuff and it's dropping tons of moves. Because I'd love to fucking know what's actually going on, because it's pissing me the fuck off right now. I need to relax now because I'm upset, because that was a waste of a half an hour of my fucking time. And yours too. It really was. It's been a waste of everyone's time right now. Alright, well, thank you for a $5 tip from someone who wants salt tonight. Well, good for you.
Imagine that being your life. You're constantly getting your ass whipped. You're crying and making excuses all the time. And people tip you just to see more of you crying. I mean, what a great life that he really loves. And speaking of that great life, he makes $35 in tips that night, despite starting 30 minutes early and staying 20 minutes late. I love it. We move on to the last day we're covering, and that's Wednesday, August 23rd. Phil makes $50 in tips, which averages out to $10 an hour, and he didn't get a single tip during the entire pre-stream. I can't remember the last time that happened. This brings us to Wednesday night. Phil makes $30 from 2 people, with one person being over 80% of it. And remember what he said earlier. Oh, trust me, I'm not playing Chrono Trigger for the money, because if it was, I'd be playing something else. Well, you really showed us, Phil. Good job, buddy. So let's add it all up. Phil streamed for 7 days, which came out to 14 streams total. And in those 7 days, he made $792 in tips, which averages out to $113 per day, or $57 per stream. Now, this is by far the lowest week since I've started making these videos. And just to give you a little more perspective, $461 of the $792 came from the following 3 people: 1 Minute Man, Dick Trekker, and the 3-letter bitch. This means that almost 60% of his tips that week came from 3 people. And by the way, this was after 60% of his tips the previous week also came from 3 people. And it just brings me back to all the times. It tells you he's a crowd-funded guy, how he doesn't sell out and accept sponsorships, and how he loves what he does for a living. And look at the reality of it. If it wasn't for 3 people, his income would fall off a cliff. And I'm right here to help nudge you over that cliff, Phil. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Let's fucking go.